So, how many out here know Carl? Is this the first time you've met Carl? How many know Carl? Raise your hand. So each and every one of you know everything he just said isn't true. Right? Right? This is his event. I'm so glad you guys are all here. We're so glad we were able to pull this together. And I'm excited to hear all you guys come up on stage. So thank you all for coming. And just to let you know, we do have a shuttle bus to take you back to this city. I love you too, whoever it is. But we do have a shuttle bus that'll take you back to the city, so drink up, have a good time. And it looks like a few people are missing, so we might have some extra drink tickets for y'all. You guys have a great time. Thanks so much for coming.
Give it up for Jacomino and Panache. Awesome. Okay. So he mentioned free drink tickets, didn't he? Everybody should get 2 free drink tickets when they walk in. We have enough drink tickets, and when the drink tickets run out, we'll go to a cash bar. But right now, guess what? Everyone might get an extra free drink ticket. So all that is possible because we have 4 amazing sponsors. I want to invite up Bulb up to the stage right now. Bulb, can you come on up? So y'all don't know this, but I actually challenged all of the sponsors to not just get up on stage and talk about their product, but to come up with their own slam. Let's see what you got, Bulb.
All right. Here we go. Oh, how the times have changed. This little device that is now in our hands gives us so much power, and oh, what time it demands. Back in the day, driving home from school, I'd crank up Journey, feeling confident, content, and cool. Little did I know my best friends were out sharing a Wendy's Frosty that I knew nothing about. So I faced the next day, ignorant of the event. I held my head high, strong and confident. This device and the things it can do, Snapchat and Instagram show everyone, everywhere, who is with who. No wonder people are depressed and feel left out. Their world's more amazing than yours, it shouts. You communicate instantly by sending a text, but beware of the screenshots that can be sent to the next, such as family and friends across the nation with cat pictures and videos and, well, way too much information.
So jump on board, you screenagers, to a new wave in education. There are really no limits to your own imagination. But how will you begin to share your smarts? Not in a binder or folders in carts. You're more than what a number or test scores will ever show. With digital portfolios, you're ready to go. It's time to empower the digital age. With Bulb, you're the hero, setting the stage for genuine learning transformation. Don't ever settle for a lame imitation.
Bring it up above! Got some t-shirts in the crowd right here. Well played. All right, so a little bit about the format of what we're going to do today. In the next 2.5 hours, we're going to cram all this in. You can see behind me what we're about to do. We're going to do 2 rounds, 6 speakers each. You will use your phone to rank in order, 1st through 6th, and I'll give you the link for that when the first round is done. And you can see the second round, the top 6 will go to a second round, which will then be improv presentation time, where you, the audience, will help them come up with their own topic. It's quite amazing. And they have to come up with a slide deck on the fly based on something they're passionate about. And if they make it to the third and final round, the top 3, which will all have prizes, We'll have to make up an impromptu poetry slam in 15 minutes that involves all the sponsors. Boom. All ready? All right. So, I think it's important to know, if we're gonna do this, we need to do this right. So I thought, you know what? I never like to tell people to take risks that I'm not willing to take. So, I'm gonna start us off. This is a slam about the slammers. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Get my, all right. Who we are is who we are. 2 of them are from Australia. 4 of them are from Texas. One of them is a Canadian who dares to go pantless and wear crazy socks. Another one has a math background that pretty much rocks. One of them was actually on site during 9/11. Another one has kids aged 9 to 11. Who we are is who we are. This group of poets we have assembled before you come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Yes, I said it. Colors. Colors make up us all. My color is Italian, so sure I like pasta, but I'm not some Goomba or Mario brother. Although I am a godfather and part of the mafia. Colors can also define us and our emotions. I'm feeling blue, I'm feeling red. Just because I'm scared doesn't make me yellow. I'm green with envy and not everything is black and white. And you know what? I can't stand that orange Cheeto in office. Who we are is who we are. One of them has more Star Wars toys than should be allowable by a grown adult. Calling you out, Steve Dembo. Another one comes from Maine and can drop rhymes that are dope. There's also a Cuban from Miami who shares his dreams of hope. One of them I've worked with for more than 5 years. Another one testified with me at the Texas Capitol with emotion and tears. Who we are is who we are. This group of poets we have assembled before you come in all different beliefs and educational backgrounds. Yes, I said it. Beliefs. Our beliefs make up us all. I'm a recovering Catholic and practicing Buddhist. So essentially, I feel guilty about the 83 problems I have to overcome on a daily basis. I'm internally torn, you see. Just like colors, beliefs can define us. I believe that every kid should have recess 3 times a day. I believe that no elementary student should have homework unless it involves something that's real world, like digging in dirt, building a bottle rocket, or reading a book. I believe that teachers pay teacher worksheets with Cupid font and chevrons should be banned. I know. I believe that Catcher in the Rye and To Kill a Mockingbird shouldn't be. I believe that we should start a language immersion school where the other language is coding. I believe that you aren't the only one that matters. We matter. Who we are is who we are. We are a collection of our beliefs and colors. We are assembled here to witness an historical event. You see, this is the only time in history that these 12 amazing educators will be up on this stage. But it's also the only time in history that all of us will be together. Make the most of this night. Be present. Snap when you agree with a poet's point. Holla a whoop when they move you. After all, who we are is who we are. You ready? We have our first round set up right here. We've rearranged the order a little bit. Dean is now third because I didn't know he was here, but he's here. So, my newest employee, sorry, Brianna. Brianna Hodges, everybody.
Hello. What do you see when I walk in the room? A show pony, blanketed in roses, beautiful and displayed, but rationed and fashioned. saddled, led, and managed, bridled and ridden, measured, fenced, and handled. Women, you see, should be seen, but only to tell his story. Owned and shown, beckoned, paraded, applauded. My performance demanded, then with haste and great speed, dismissed and dismantled, led away, stifled, gated, and stabled. Run but not freely, your praise is deceiving. You're good, no doubt, it's the others, they're skeptical. Calm down, don't be so excitable. Wait your turn, his family, it's reputable. Hold your tongue, don't be so confrontational. Women, you see, should be seen but not looked up to. You're killing me, Hodges, what the hell are you doing? Duck down, drop your head. Know what be better instead? Step back, wear flats, shrink down, speak softer. That'll do, yep, it'll make you tolerable. Be graceful, smile pretty, remember our deal? Don't ever, not once, don't you dare wear those heels. Make no mistake, hear me now loud and clear. My voice, my thoughts, my stature, my eyes and my heels. I'm not the problem, not broken nor abrasive. Your diminutive capacity for altering reality, reducing transformation with your short-sighted vision will quiet my voice no more. If it's small you feel, then little mister, get bigger. You may jockey for position, souring my pleasing disposition. Doubt and judge, but my heels, no sir, they'll not budge. What do you see when I walk in the room? Notched and niched, a one-trick pony, you say. One dimension, one purpose, she's good, but her place is hobbled and flattened, made circular and dampened, confined by a structural ring. Women, you see, should be seen, but for what? Predetermined, you see, want to be smart? Just to ask Eve. Ladylike and demure, comfort, teach, mother, nurture. Personalities and temperaments, restrictions and tendencies, breed standards, social normalcies, divided and chided, patriarchal precedents. Women, you see, should be seen as enough, not isolated, not bullied, fully capable of complexities. See her shoes? Those aren't for the playground. Her poor husband, have you heard? Word has it for sure. I mean, who does she think he is? He makes lunches and washes the dishes. Oh, hi there. Great to see you. Nice heels. My schedule, my passions, my hopes, and my heels might not fit you, my self-righteous sister, but just ask my mister, I'll gladly wear them the same. Judging my genes and my genealogy, reducing my efforts and blaming my biology, forcing guilt, casting shame and disdain, perpetuates, further separates the uniques from the mommies in me. But I'll keep wearing my heels, no longer filled with the fears. A woman, this woman, a man's world or so we've been trained. I'll no longer be reigned. I wear my heels so my children will see me. I wear my heels so my friends will see me. I wear my heels for my moment. This moment is the time for which I was meant to be. I'm perceived and deceived, my ignorance and conceits. Lay aside the fears that I will be undone, for I shall not remove these heels.
Brianna Hodges! Wow. Bringing the heat right out the box. All right, Dan, you gotta follow that, my man. Now, I gotta tell you something about Dan. About a week ago, y'all know Michael, the rabbi? He's doing a keynote tomorrow, and he was up in this spot, so I asked Dan last minute. I said, Rabbi, I want you to kill your keynote tomorrow for all of us educators in the room, and Dan stepped up. Dan is willing to go.
I had to step up because I'm like 4 foot nothing. All right.
You need some heels.
I already have some. All right. This is a response poem. What I make. He says the problem with people who don't teach is that they have no sense of the truth. the honest truth about teaching. He says he has to let them have it, to inform and enlighten as he elucidates over and over and over again until they fall under his spell. But I never fell, because I grabbed onto something steadfast and true. I am a recovering English teacher, and after all, I know the golden rule. I before E, except after C. Except in cases like neighbor and way. Now in our space, I becomes we. Because all that we see are neighbors struggling with the weight of going it alone. So what do I make? I make mistakes. Big ones, little ones, the ones they write home about, the ones they write country western songs about. I make messes. Ugly ones, beautiful ones, the sort that leave stains, the sort that only get worse when you try to fix it, and only the magical properties of time can heal. But when we adopt the golden rule and embrace the we solve problems, the big ones, the little ones, the sort we all know but struggle to own. The sort that brings smiles to those who are relieved and tears to those who love them. The sort that go boom, boom, boom in your heart, and the sort that break your spirit when you fail. So let me break it down for you, custom tailored to fit. We lead with empathy and a belief in the gorgeous completely fail. This is our truth. Make it more about we and less about me.
All the way from Maine. Now you know what's farther than Maine? Oh, Canada. Team Shareski, you in the crowd? There you come. I see you didn't wear pants. That's appropriate.
You can raise the mic stand. All right, here we go. What are we doing? Sure. Yep. There once was a man from Regina.
Whoa.
Also just west of here, a golf course called Medina. I'd rather be there, because with a club in my hand, I know what to do, but for the next 3 minutes, I have no clue. I feel a little lost, like I don't quite belong. Me doing a poetry slam, that just kind of feels wrong. In fact, this rhyming scheme I'm using is a little bit lame, but hey, what do you expect? I'm old, this is not my game. When I told my family I was doing this, I was hoping for likes, but the only word my daughter used, and I quote, ich and yikes. With the folks that are here, I really have no chance. My minor claim to fame is that I sometimes wear goofy pants. When I size up the competition, it's not hard to tell I have the same chance as a snowball in hell. But I'll give it a try, and with a little bit of luck, I might not be great, but hopefully don't completely suck. If you know Mr. Hooker, you know he's for real. In fact, I've heard him declare I'm kind of a big deal. I'd love to hit one out, but this is going to be more like a bunt, facing challengers like Lisa, Adam, and Cathy Hunt. Whether it's Salakas or Brianna taking a stance, how do I compete with the likes of Dan and Refrance? Consider we've got Jennifer, Shelly, they both can bring it. Not to mention Felix, he might even try to sing it, right? Then there's Dembo, as in Steve, or teach 42. I know of his skills. And fun fact, he's also a Jew. I wasn't sure I should say that. I don't know if it's politically correct, but many of the things I say, I assume people just reject. I could have said something more appropriate instead, like, this is so hard.
That's what she said!
See, we live in a time when folks are a bit more tighter. Life is pretty tough, and I think it's a good thing if we try to make it a little lighter. Make school more like the real world, I've heard it said. Well, the world's kind of crappy. Maybe we can do better instead. You know, we don't need 13 reasons to know kids are distressed. You all know a bunch of them who are a little bit messed. Teenagers have always been stressed by little things like a pimple. We need to remind them of important things in life are really quite simple. The truth is, in life, we don't really need much. A little passion, some purpose, and people to love. And it's easy to point fingers and blame the world as a whole, but as teachers, the truth is, it's now part of our role. What they need are adults who will model for them, who laugh, love, and cry, and screw up now and then. Making mistakes is part of the story we tell, and being generous and gracious with forgiveness as well. I talk a lot about joy and its place in our schools, yet I worry it's not important because it's not an actual rule. I share a few ideas and I hope they've succeeded, but more conversations and actions are really what's needed. We ought to relax a bit more and kick off our boots and remember that learning is this lifelong pursuit. So let's abandon perfection and embrace the mysterious, and we can start by taking ourselves much less serious. Achievement is generally measured by grades and by scores, yet we know that real success is so much more. People could expand and add to their files, maybe try something new and start counting smiles. Well, I didn't do a dance or even sing a song. I'm actually quite surprised I lasted this long.
That's what she said.
There you go. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm not 100% sure what this poem was about. I'll sit down and let the rest of you battle it out.
Shareski! All right, from the dirty South, Jennifer, are you ready?
Y'all, but I know about us. It's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. It's the only way we know how to rock.
Do you remember, girl? Take that. Your first kiss, 'cause I remember, girl. I was the one who said, "Put your lips like this," even before all the feeling people screaming your name. Girl,
I love you too. So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit and tell you a little bit about my boo. They're both here tonight. First thing in the morning, I roll over to greet him. In the shower, I bring him every hour I see him. I'm fiending like Jodeci, thinking how he brings me such ecstasy. 'Cause every single night and every single day, I wanna freaking hold him in every single way. I even use him at work, outright and bold, swiping and surfboarding. He never gets old. I'm lucky, I'm blessed. Don't hate me, I have two boos. When one is not around, the other will do. They both satisfy me, one and the same. When I need something, I call out their names. They take me places I thought I'd never go. Down Highway 20, around Route 4. I can't live without them. I'm addicted, it's true. There's so much to a relationship, so much more to my booze. One likes to tell me jokes. The other one likes to sing to me. They even collect debts and bring rings to me. I can't imagine my life without my booze. I really love my cell phones. How about you?
Yeah, Jennifer Williams! Hold on, I'm talking to my boo. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. All right, let's bring up your boss.
right, for those of you who know me, I'm gonna take it at a dark place. Because nothing about me says color.
Damn.
There's nothing like the feeling that I get when I hit that click. With a swipe to the left and a swipe to the right. It just feels so right. Sometimes I just gotta tap it. It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's short.
That's what she said.
Now don't get it twisted. Other times it's long.
That's also what she said.
Thank you. Each way gives me a different result. Now there's something I think each one of you should know. If you hold it too long, it just starts to shake, uncontrollably, and it won't stop. Until you tap it just right. Here's a quick trick that I learned from a hooker. You can do some different things with the force of your touch. It opened up avenues to things that I've never seen before. It's so addictive, I just want to tap it everywhere. But you know what? Sometimes you just can't do it in the open. For example, in church, the pastor may just look at you funny.
Amen.
So I got one word for you. Vibration. You know, I'm all about safety. And sometimes it slips. So check me out. I always use protection. In Georgia, they're even making it illegal to do it in your car. Well, I guess it's always better in the back seat. Or maybe tapping it on the passenger side. Either way, it's always better if you ride.
Adam! We are ready for round 2. But before we start that, is Adam Cusick in the crowd from TechPilot? Come on up, Adam. Show your dance moves, come on. No.
You guys don't want to see me dance. That's not what we're gonna do.
All right. All right, Adam, so now Bull brought it. Do you have something you can slam?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay,
so,
go.
So Carl's like, hey guys, I want all the sponsors to go and give some poetry as well. I was like, all right. Yeah, shh. It's my time. It's my time.
Boom.
So I was like, all right, yeah, we can do that. But then I started thinking about it, and I realized that we're not a creative bunch, Carl. So TechPilot, MDM, we're a mobile device management company. We're basically a bunch of geeks that code stuff. Yeah? And we don't really get creative. We have names like Find My Chromebooks. It finds your Chromebooks.
Sexy.
Right? That's good stuff. That's what she said, right? Isn't that how the joke goes? Yeah. We have stuff like Chrome Tools. It's tools for Chromebooks. School MDM. It's a mobile device management for schools. But Carl's like, guys, you gotta bring it. You gotta do something good.
Bring it.
So, yes. I've been listening, and I don't think we're gonna be quite as edgy as Jennifer and Adam. By the way, Adam, I think it was rigged. Because 5th place, man. Come on. Right? Yeah, you're better than that. So I wanna slow it down just a little bit.
Oh no.
Bring you some of our good poetry.
Oh shit.
The first one, I do not like my MDM. I do not like my MDM. I want to kick them in the shin. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them anywhere. What if you could view the screens? Get them away. I want to scream.
No. No, dude. That's like way kid, dude. Bring it adult. Come on, man. Okay. I'm sorry, I gotta hate on you. Okay, bring it more adult. Can you set up your game?
It's all right. We got this.
All right, go.
So I wrote a second one, just in case the first one, was rejected by Carl. This one is called The MDM Not Taken. 2 mobile device management companies diverged in a wood, and I took the one that was cloud-based, designed exclusively for schools, and had built-in app requests for teachers, and that has made all the difference.
No, don't cheer. That's like you're just... Come on! Dude, you're plagiarizing like Robert Frost. Come on, man. Can you step it up a little bit?
Okay, I got a better one.
Okay,
I got a better one. I'm gonna stand for this one though.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, go.
You got this? All right. Oh, MDM, my MDM. That's the title of it.
It's good start.
Good?
It's a good start.
Oh, TechPilot, my TechPilot, our decision has been made. We pondered all the benefits, and our opinion we gave. Your tools for teachers, your IT features, the staff will sing our praises. The screens pop fast. The apps are cached. The children are not distracted. But oh, iOS, Chrome and Mac, where on the server rack they used to be, for now, we've switched to cloud.
Okay. I feel like you got a little bit more juice left. You got like one more that you can, because that was good. Don't get me wrong, dude. I'm
getting better?
Getting better. He's warming up.
All right. Well,
play the last one. Let's go.
Some other people had some edgy stuff, so maybe I'll just do this one. There once was a man from Nantucket who said...
No. Okay, we're done. Let's give it up for Ryder from TechPilot. You almost went there. All right, we're ready for round 1B. And you can see the contestants up there on the screen. I want to give Suzy Brooks a shout out. She's coming up in a little bit. Refrance Davis had to back out the last minute. Suzy, about 5 minutes before this started, said, I'll do it. So remember that she's coming up in a little bit. But first up, from the Eanes Innovative School District in Austin, Texas, Lisa Johnson.
Okay.
Talking to myself in public.
All right, here we go.
Dodging glances.
They say
They say you should write the poem you're afraid to write. They say you should write what you know. They say you should write the book, scratch out the poem you want to hear. They say, meet my taste in music, eclectic and extreme. Meet Justin Furstenfeld of Blue October. He croons acoustic sets of sadness and episodes of dangerous darkness. Meet Ben Haggerty, Macklemore. He raps upbeat, witty jaunts through a thrift shop to discover a broken keyboard. I say, that's kind of random. I say, well, they both speak my language. I say, I should tell you I often feel like a walking contradiction. I say, I think I have to tell you something. I say, this is going to be hard. Meet Lisa. She's an ed tech that loves to talk about analog note-taking and soft skills. I don't think I have enough cord for this, all right. Meet Lisa. She's a people pleaser that refuses to follow directions and stay within the box. Thank you. Meet Lisa. She's an extroverted introvert. Meet Lisa. She loves card games, but prefers to conveniently hide in the bathroom during icebreakers and improv. Meet Lisa. She rocks a planner, bullet journal, and a habit tracker, and yet binge watch 4 seasons of Heart of Dixie instead of submitting the final draft of her book. Meet Lisa. She is the most organized person with ADD and OCD. Meet Lisa. She can tell you what items are in literally every drawer and cabinet in her house, and yet she can't seem to find her keys, her train of thought. I blame the former on the OCD and the latter on the ADD. Meet Lisa. She loves to share her ideas, but is terrified each time she takes the stage. I say, my need for honesty is stage right, while my palpitating heart is rearing to depart stage left. I say, be brave because there are others out there. I say, sure, ADD has become more mainstream, more acceptable to talk about. I say, what about its coexisting cousins, OCD, depression, anxiety? I say, why am I speaking in whispered tones? I say, why do some psychological disorders seem to necessitate a hushed voice? I say, why can't you use an acceptable inside voice to talk about the therapists we see, the meds we stopped taking, the homeopathic Chinese herbs for calm that are clearly not working? I say, meet the monster. It holds 40 million adults in the US hostage. It taunts them with crippling anxiety and depression. Meet the monster. It's captured 25% of our youth and adolescents. I say, but it isn't the monster that claims lives. I say the monster is real and we need to have real conversations about how to live with it and live beyond it, the key word being live. I say, there lies Chester Bennington, Kate Spade, and Robin Williams. I say it wasn't the monster that took their lives, as the belief that the monster isn't real shouldn't be talked about. I say they needed help, felt helpless, felt hopeless, felt too much, stopped feeling, and gave up hope. I say raise the volume and it allows people to come to grips, fully grip, hold on and find more than 13 reasons why to move on. I say it is our job as educators. We say, how are you really doing today? We say it is okay to talk, write, speak, and tweet about the monster. We say the monster's power is weakened when we can speak about him in appropriate volume. We say the monster cut ties with the Grim Reaper. We say the monster is manageable. We say this negative monologue is now a dialogue.
Give it up for Lisa, LJ from Austin, Texas. Wow. Brett, let's bring up the mood a little bit. You ready, Brett?
Put your hands in the air. Sway
The #1 recorded song of all time in Australia, The Wiggles, by the way.
Everybody clap. Everybody sing. La 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 la. Bow to your partner. And then you turn around. Hands in the air, rock by your bed. Bed's now asleep. Shh, shh, shh. Bed's now asleep.
That was the most awkward transition ever, but that's okay. We're all about it here.
And yes, it is true, the Wiggles are Australia's most successful band ever.
No judgment.
But what is also true is that they all met at university because they were studying early years. They were all early years teachers. Here we go. Thank you, Godfather, for the Poetry Slam invite. My accent is smooth and my rhymes nice and tight. So my poem is Digital Inquiry. Oh, I had to breathe deep there. Ancient lessons repeated annually are left behind. Old words and photocopied instructions act as flaccid chains of tedious impotence printed onto A4 sheets of paper. New words promoting digital inquiry sound strong like Hercules, thought-provoking and sure to please. The teacher calls to her students, climb aboard, I'm a runaway locomotive. I'm a high-speed word train about to collide with your tympanic membrane. Provocations are laid gently like Eric Carle's eggs on a full moon night. Curiosity hatches like a very hungry caterpillar. It devours information as if it's 3 plums on a warm Wednesday morning. Stand back, the students are going online. Their brains are engaged and the learning's sublime. Information flow has now begun. To the teacher, it is poetry. To the students, it is poetry. Try because the effort is real. As they toil, they wrestle with understanding like an anaconda trying to drown them in a sea of comprehension. Impersonating Tarzan, the teacher swings in to rescue trapped students. She weaves a virtual cocoon for me and for you. We enter as one, but we leave as two. In the chrysalis of support from which we all momentarily reside, the teacher whispers, the words you know, the meaning you miss. Listen here while I show you how to avoid the abyss. Wisdom is shared. A butterfly emerges. All only possible when tech and teaching converges.
Blood from the land down under. Shelly, you ready? For my state.
Just as fine as she can be. Hey, she's a bad man, Gemma. Oh, just as fine as she can be. Tonight, she's holding through the gold she bag. The nest is a beauty, ooh, such a lovely hat. She's classy, classy, oh, sexy, sassy. She's heavenly, treat for the eye to see.
So I get extra points because I'm half the size of everyone. Okay. Now I haven't done this for a while, and I volunteered to do this. But I ain't gonna lie, it's day 2, and I'm Twitter brain fried. So instead of a profound poem with Twitter quote bites, by the way, it's at Terrell, or some education diatribe, I'm gonna suggest we treat ourselves. So at the count of 3, if you are ready to just relax and breathe, then I want you to say treat yourself, okay? So 1, 2, 3, treat yourself. Okay, like you really believe. 1, 2, 3, treat yourself. Okay, good. So, I'm not starting to recognize some of my Twitter family. They're losing weight, different hairdos, traveling to exotic places,
I can't even recognize their faces. But what's really inspired me is that they truly are happy and they look really fired up, which has made me think I need to define what it means to be well and learn to treat my own self. So to be honest, I'm a new mommy. You've probably seen Baby Sabby, ISTE baby. And the truth is, I don't do everything. I'm on a diet of Red Bull, cereal, Chef Boyardee. But people like me think we can do everything. And we need some convincing. So on 3, I need to hear you say, Shelly, you need to treat yourself, okay? So 1, 2, 3.
Shelly, treat yourself.
Okay, good. Now I need some convincing, so 1, 2, 3.
Shelly, treat yourself.
Okay. But let's be honest, most teachers need to learn how to really treat themselves because most of us consider ISTE the family vacation. And taking a break is taking part in the Twitter chat or sharing pics online. I already wanted to, I did check my phone quite a few times. But the truth is, we all could use, teachers and kids, an offline retreat. Yep, some time away from the technology, putting the phone away. Time to chill, time to be still. So, this is what it means to treat yourself. So, I'm setting a goal to set aside after ISTE at least a day a week. So, if you're with me, I want you to raise your drink. Look at your buddy, and on 3, repeat. 1, 2, 3.
Treat yourself.
Okay, now we can all drink on that. Okay?
Cheers. Shelly representing. And our 3rd sponsor, by the way, Cisco, corporate social responsibility. Y'all check this out. Free for you. Just be aware of it. But this is free for you. They've come here today not to come up here and talk, but just to tell you, be aware of this amazing tool that's available to all of you. And now, my friend from the southern tip of Florida.
Turkey. Okay. That's a good-looking crowd. Get them on your side quick. Okay, here we go. Just sit right back and you hear a tale, but please don't throw a fit, as it might sound so familiar. You might say, holy shit, the mindset's out of the old. When things seem really stuck, can be such a difficult challenge. You're thinking, what the fun technology empowers kids? Those lessons that you mastered, but then you turn around to find those unengaged little. Back in the 1980s, playing with my Commodore. I might be a startup millionaire if my mother wasn't such a horribly mistaken parents. They want to wait till 8th. They think kids won't connect without their consent. Now that's what I call faith. Well, now school is done and we can rest. No classroom pressure cooker. How can I not? I mean, come on. What summer memories will you remember best? Probably bars in Chicago with a I didn't even have to say it myself. You've heard from Shareski, Brianna and Dan, Cathy Hunt, Jennifer Williams and Adam, Lisa Tech Chef and Salakas, Shelly Sanchez and yours truly, but you still got Steve Dembo, the Jewy. So, come to ISTE each year, my friends. I'm sure your sides will split from a bunch of edtech hooligans who say a bunch of Chicago has been really fun. I hope you don't mind me being silly, because I may just do the same next year in Philly.
Felix! Give it up for Felix. Oh, shoot. All right. So I told you about Suzy. 5 minutes before we started this event, she agreed to come up on stage. Let's give it up for Suzy. I even found a Boston band for you.
Oh! You can't see anything up here. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so I'm up here swimming in a pool with no floaties, no device. I adore how words make me feel and think and speak for me when anxiety shuts me down. When strung together in poetic ways, words reflect who we are and show us who we're meant to be. I want my students to feel their power and surrender to the possibilities. So in April, I will do poetry. My first poster, Langston Hughes. All you who are dreamers too, help me to make our world anew. I reach out my dreams to you, and our lessons began. Stanzas, phrasing, cadence, and rhyme, imagery, personification, perception, and paradigm. My students bent their heads to work, arranging words in a rhyming thread. Shred, red, Fred. And I wait for their hearts to speak to me through poetic drawl as I teach them rhythm and personification and alliteration and word deliberation. And then they fall in love with shape poetry. Miss Brooks, my auntie gave me a blankie when I was 2. It keeps me warm. Do you have a blankie too? Next thing I know it, May is here, and you know what that means. National Get Caught Reading Month, or National Military Appreciation Month, because we only celebrate those things in May, right? 2009, I hang my poster emblazoned with the words from T.S. Eliot. Do I dare disturb the universe? The whole universe? Not the daring type. Yet Desiderata reminds me that, like love, poetry is as perennial as the grass. It cannot be barricaded in the prison that is April, so I left all my posters up. Miss Brooks, peekaboo, I see you, but you cannot see me. Nice start, but try for 2 stanzas and a simile. 2011, Elizabeth Bishop, bright objects hypnotize the mind. Miss Brooks, when I look in the mirror, do I see what you do? To thine own self be true. Easier to say than it is to do. So true. Miss Brooks, when spring is on the precipice, I feel like I'm a chrysalis waiting to burst forth and grow. Well, go and grow. 2011, Rainer Maria Rilke, write about your sorrows, your wishes, your passing thoughts, your belief in anything beautiful. And I continue to teach them consonants, assonance, dissonance, and meter, how to crystallize an image in the mind of your reader. Miss Brooks, may I share? Please do. Transparency is a fallacy. What you see is what I let you see. Anxiety, piety, variety, propriety, a pillar of society. Cast away your kaleidoscope lens, and I shall be set free. Our sharpest weapons and our greatest gifts are the words that we choose to say to one another. Choose your words with care. Don't just celebrate Poetry Month, celebrate poetry.
Pinch hitter Suzy Brooks, Simply Suzy from Massachusetts, bringing it. And we're up to our final poet of the night, Mr. Steve Dembo. You gotta follow that, brother. You got this. Oh, yeah. Come on, come on. You ready?
Can't believe you're making me follow that.
You have to follow it this time.
Can we take a 10-minute break? No? Trying to build up some drama here.
You can do it.
I had a dream last night. Not the I have a dream kind of dream, but the I had a dream kind of dream. I was actually sitting right over there, and you were right over there with your little gaggle of e-pals. A tag galaxy between us, but when our eyes met, I think we both knew what we were interested in. Could you feel that Adobe Spark, that little flicker between us? Now, I am man enough to admit, I was stupeflexed. I Dropboxed my eyes. I go noodled for the perfect wordles, but they just kind of fluberted away. And I was taking a Coursera and Camtasia, barely lucid press. I couldn't have informative a haiku deck. The WordPress that was normally so potomatic just slipped slide shared into the night. And as I tried to think of a way to get Nearpod to you, I felt a tiny tap on my shoulder. I turned, you smileboxed, and time toast froze. I wouldn't believe in these. It was a storybird kind of moment. I tried to yammer out a Trello, but my voice thread was just drowned out by the patio. I will never forget the pow tune that was playing, and I think you know what it was. Never gonna sketch up, never gonna educon, never gonna stumble upon or desert YouTube. Never gonna trip line, never gonna quiz a lies, never gonna spider scribe or tune do. No, hold on. Now, hold on, before you bunch me to the curb for blabberizing on and on, consider the view from my co-space. You see, I'm the pole daddy, baby. I like to keep it simple K-12, but I can be funky when I need to, and I know better than to go full Kahoot. I am the Wolfram Alpha. I am the mind master of my domain, and from whiteboards to blackboards, from smartboards to cardboard, I am your personal slide rocket to the Desmos. You may have heard little bird tales about me at Ed Camp or seen the inkle writing on the wall. I am the top survey monkey with spheros the size of, we'll just call them extra normal. All right. Now, please don't judge me. I don't assume you've seen my Skype before. I am just an edu-blogger with the audacity to go animate what I want. So, how about we go to my class dojo where I'll cook you up maybe a little Animoto, maybe even poplet a bottle of Bitly, and I'll sing songifies about the Rubik stars in your eyes while we share a few kerpoof sophoglyphy. I wanna free mind your photo peach. I wanna penzu your pearl trees, maybe even padlet your pear deck and leave you wall wishing for s'more. I wanna break out your bid strips and taggle your tiny link. And curickyyourcode.org. So let's play posse together late into the night. And then you can put your arms around me and we'll tumble to the ground. And then I'll say, I think we're at Modo. Vending of our hearts is the only sound. Trap. Okay. You know I love the jing, but like all good storyboards, that night had to end. And come time to wake lit in the morning, I was alone in my wiki space. Just an Evernote to remind me you were there. 4 words. ABC on the flip grid. Now don't bother looking for some Socratic symboloof in this tutorial. I am no wiser than I was before you zoomerang through my life. But if you're interested in atomic learning, how I would zaption this eye picky, don't let tomorrow's meat become tomorrow. Don't let today's meat become tomorrow's sorrows. And if life hands you a Prezi, just enjoy your raspberry pie.
Bring in the heat.